So last video I tried to upgrade this computer to Windows 11. It's unsupported hardware, and what happened was there was an Intel driver that was not supported by Windows 11. So while it worked, I got nagged by Windows 11, and so it wasn't exactly 100% successful. Turns out that a full clean install of Windows 11 worked just fine, because it only put drivers on there that it supported, obviously. But another option would be to put a different operating system on there, like Linux. And I'm gonna try to go through one that was suggested. I had taken a look at it, and I kind of liked it as well. I mean, it seemed like a really good place for a Windows user to start, and it's called ZORIN OS. And so I'm showing the UEFI BIOS screen. The easiest thing to do is to change your boot order to USB hard disk as your first boot device, rather than the hard drive that Windows is installed on. And so I did that, and we'll go ahead and boot into Windows, and come back and show you some other things that I ran into when I was trying to do this. Here's the first thing. When you create that USB drive for the ZORIN OS, you might end up with two partitions on your flash drive. So if you go into the boot menu, rather than having it automatically detect from the boot order, you're going to see this is a Lexar flash drive, and then there's a Lexar flash drive partition 1. Depending on how you have it set up, you may not know which one of these to select. And so that's one thing that I ran into. I didn't expect to be a little confused by that. But we're going to go ahead and boot into Windows, and I'll show you the other thing that I ran into. So you should be able to see here, disk 1 is the USB flash drive right here, and Windows can detect it, but Windows Explorer can't find it. So you see it's not there at all. And if you think you're going to go and use that flash drive for something else afterwards, you have to be really careful on what you're doing here, because if you were to just make this entire thing a raw USB hard drive, which I did, you may end up with an unrecoverable USB stick. And the methods for recovering it, for me at least, didn't work, and I had to go find some software that was somehow doing things that I couldn't figure out how to do to recover that USB stick. But let me see what happens. So I think, let me make this a little bigger. I have some unallocated space, and I have a healthy partition. So I think if I leave this healthy partition and Because if I could try some things, change the drive letter, cannot find it. If I get rid of the healthy partition, if I say delete the volume, and then say make this a new simple volume, and finish, but not formatted. Now if I try to format it, Windows cannot format because the volume is offline. So I'm screwed. So I need to go and recover this thing somehow. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back after that's done. So after some messing around, I finally got the USB stick back to where it's something that can be found by Windows. And so we'll proceed. We'll go Zorin, just do a search for ZORIN OS. And just go make your computer better. And we'll go to download Zorin. And they have a couple different versions of it. I went with the free version. I already did the download for that, which is right here, because it takes a while. Probably 5 minutes. It just depends on how fast it is at the time of day you connect it to it. And then let's see, help. How to install. So then they go down to, so you download Zorin, then you, to create the bootable drive, download Balena Etcher, if that's how you say it. And I downloaded that, and you do your flash drive, and then you reboot. Oh, this is kind of cool. They give you some other things you can use. Rufus is really good on Windows. A lot of people use that. And then you boot to the USB drive. And so we're gonna go ahead and install Balena Etcher. I think. There it goes. So it installed it and launched it, and we're gonna use the ZORIN OS ISO, and we're gonna select the flash drive, and we're gonna flash it, and it's gonna program it, and it's going to verify it, and then it'll be ready to reboot. So it will pause this and we will come back when it's just about done. So it's just about finished. Finishing there. So now we can reboot and see what the ZORIN OS looks like. So let me just get out of this, and we will get out of that, restart, and it should go into the ZORIN boot options. And hopefully, it's not a super fast USB stick, but it should be pretty fast. We'll see what happens here. Oh, see, that wasn't bad. So you have some options. I didn't want to, but we're not going to install it. We're just going to try it. But you could install it, and I think you can dual boot as well, if I remember right. So you could keep your Windows and ZORIN and select which one you want to boot into, if you want to do that. This is going to take a minute. Won't make you wait through this. We'll pause it here, and we'll come back. All right, it should be launching here in another second or two as it's loading up stuff. Checksums, files, and no errors, so we should be there. Almost. This is looking good so far. Here, and we're gonna just try it. So you can try it without making any changes, or you can install it alongside or instead of your current operating system. So we're just going to try it, and that's all there is. It's done. And it has, I'm not gonna like do a whole thing on the operating system, but looks really familiar to Windows people like me. And settings, first thing is, getting connected and doing any updates and other customizations you might want to do. But that's it. Right click, display settings. Yeah, all works and looks good. So then so I'm gonna just end this video here by powering off. Power off. That's the end of that. And remove the installation medium, the USB drive, and press enter. And we're done.